Hey guys, it's me. I'm back at it again. So I've decided, sorry, I need to look at the camera. I think that, usually I just look away. I don't even look at myself. But, so I'm gonna post probably like a budget video a week, and then also like about me. So you can kind of get to know me and all my flaws and my weaknesses, so if anyone wants, no, I'm just kidding. But, so this year I got sober, and eventually I'll get into that story, but kind of want to keep it lighthearted for now, because that is a wild one. But if you want to hear about like why I got sober and my sobriety journey, just go ahead and like this or comment down below and I'll go over that. But for now, I want to talk about the random things I'm afraid of. Now, a lot of people are afraid of heights. I mean, I'm also afraid of heights, but there's certain things I'm afraid of that I'm pretty sure no one else is, because it's just so random. Let's go back to when I was a kid. So I have an older brother, he is 6 years older, and that is a feat in itself. If you're a girl and you have an older brother, you know what I'm talking about. One, I was raised as a tomboy, because I was raised by a single dad, and had an older brother. So yeah, let's just say my early fashion consisted of basketball shorts and t-shirts and my hair up in a ponytail like 24/7 because I didn't know how to style it. But anyways, that's besides the point. He brought about, so I remember at a birthday party, I think I was about 4, he liked to sit on balloons and pop them, and this terrified me. So from that day on, I've been terrified of balloons, not because of it being a balloon, because it could, for me, it's like it could pop at any moment, and that scares the crap out of me. Literally, like, balloons, I wouldn't say like I run away from balloons, it's not that dramatic, but they make me nervous, like very nervous. Yeah, I won't have balloons at my wedding or birthdays or anything like that. Sorry to disappoint everyone looking for that. The next thing, random thing I'm afraid of, this is oddly specific, so y'all don't judge. Okay, so a lot of things I'm afraid of have to do with cars, because I've been like, if you heard my last story, cringy things I've done sober, I've already told you about one experience in a car. That's just one. So these car fears are a lot, because I've been through a lot in cars. The first one is hydroplaning or driving in snow. I wonder why. When I was 18, freshly 18, I drove 6 hours in the boonies to get back home because I was going to see my mom or whatever. It started sleeting. I was like, it's just rain. I thought it was just rain. So I continued going 75 miles an hour down the back roads. Oh, sweet summer child. That was a mistake. I was blasting music with my sister, living the life. I think we were playing like Nicki Minaj, Super Bass, something like that. Super bass. It slips. Sarah, my sister's like, Camille, do the maneuver they taught you in class. I said, honestly, they just taught us to go against the drift, and I don't even know what that means, because I don't know. I still don't know what to do if I start hydroplaning, so I just avoid driving in snow and severe rain and stuff like that. But yeah, needless to say, I slammed on the brakes and we flipped into a ditch in the middle of nowhere. Luckily, I was able to, I was like Laura Croft over there. Somehow, we were upside down. I somehow, like, adrenaline, I was convinced the car was gonna explode because, yeah, movies and stuff like that. It was just dramatic. So I left the car on, which flooded the engine, but that's besides the point. I'm pretty sure that car still wouldn't have worked, even if, whatever. So I shimmied up, I sucked myself in, I used my upper body strength, and I unbuckled myself, and I crawled out, and my sister's screaming. I'm glad she was okay too. We had no scratches, bruises, anything. But I crawled out, and she's like, help me, and then it was snowing. It was really cold. It was winter because we were visiting for Christmas, our parents. She was only 16. Why are you letting teenagers drive across Texas in winter? But, bless my parents' hearts. We made it there, we just didn't make it back. I flagged down ambulance. I tried to tell my sister, just suck yourself up and do this maneuver and unbuckle yourself. She was in panic mode. So there's two types of people in emergencies. One is fight, I guess that was me, and one is just shut down, I guess. And that was her. So two different personality types right next to each other. And yeah, so ever since then I've been terrified to drive in snow, because still my weakness is if I hydroplane, I do not know what to do. So here's another one. This is random. It has no backstory or anything like that. I've been pulled over many times in my life. One was for doing an illegal U-turn. They just looked at me because I was frantic. I was crying, and they would just let me go away. One was I didn't have, a lot of times I get pulled over because I didn't have my lights on and I thought they were on. I don't know. Each time I got a new car, I ended up getting pulled over for not having my headlights on. I guess like I'm paranoid of breaking the law while driving. The one time I got a ticket was for not wearing a seatbelt in a school zone when I just got out of high school. Yes, I got a ticket because I was 18, even though I was still in high school. Anyways, so I'm scared of breaking the law. I'm scared of running red lights or anything crazy. What makes me nervous when driving is waning green lights. When you're approaching a green light and you don't know how long it's been green for. Because you don't know when it's going to turn yellow and then red, and then you might run it. So, and then you might have to speed to run it. So like I'm approaching, and it's been green the whole time I've approached. So I know like it could turn yellow at any moment. And sometimes I make it through happily, no issues. But the minute it turns yellow, I have to bust it, because I hit the line when it turns yellow. I'm like, sometimes I stop way too early though. Like it'll just turn yellow and I'll go ahead and just stop behind the line, because I don't want to break the law and I don't want any issues. I have like probably way too goody two shoes. But when it comes to driving, I drive like my grandma, and my grandma one time she drove so slow. I'm talking 30 on the highway. It was a hazard because of how slow she drives. God bless your heart, Grandma, I love you, but but one time, this has nothing to do with any of my fears, but one time she was driving along, and we stopped behind another car, and she dropped something on the ground. Tell me why this woman, she's a tiny little woman, she did not put the car in park. She just started reaching down trying to find it, and of course her foot lifted from off the brake and we hit the car in front of us. Luckily it was just a little love tap, so nothing bad happened, but yeah, so if I don't drive like that, like I don't be hitting people like that, but I'm nervous like she was. She was a very nervous driver. I go the speed limit though. Anyways, so my final thing is pedestrians. Let's just say I had worked a long shift at the 24-hour restaurant I worked at, fast food restaurant. I was so tired. I was driving back from the bank, because we used to drop the deposits off at a bank. I was driving back, and there was a man crossing the street. Okay, well, I guess he's casually crossing the street. But it was it was not a crosswalk. It was just in the middle of the road. I don't know why I was thinking, okay, this guy's gonna stop, like, because there wasn't cars next to me, it was just me. So he was crossing the road. I thought he'll briefly stop so I can pass. Tell me why this man tries to outrun the car. He literally runs directly in front of my car. I hit him. He rolls off the windshield. I'm freaking out. Like, I think I was like 22, but it doesn't matter. Because if that happened today, I would freak out. I started crying. Of course I stopped, because I'm pretty sure if I drove off there, it'd be a hit and run. But I stopped, I called 911. There was people outside the apartments just looking outside, and I was like so traumatized after that now anytime I'm driving, even if someone's just on the sidewalk, I get nervous. I'm nervous, because what if they just jump in front of the car again and decide they can outrun the vehicle? So yeah, I have hit a pedestrian, I've flipped into a ditch. All of these I could have avoided, but also I think it was just lessons learned, because now I'm more careful in snow. I'm more careful with pedestrians. I'm still afraid of balloons. I don't know what the cure for that is, but yeah, those are just some of my random fears. Don't use them against me. Just hopefully you find them funny like I do, I've learned to accept them. So I hope you enjoyed my funny incidences and why I'm afraid of certain things, and a little bit about me. More a little bit. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more. I'm trying to post twice a week. A lot of budget friendly advice, fashion, beauty, and then some stuff about me, random story times. It's just a mix of everything right now until I can see what I like to make most about. Was that English? All right. Talk to you guys later. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time. Bye.